Hello guys and welcome back to another fudge cake video. Today for you we have information about ZETSUBOU no Shima, the second DLC zombies map. This is released on Black Ops 3. Okay. So basically, we're going to be talking about the spider boss. We're also going to be talking about new forms of transportation. We're going to be talking about a wonder weapon. We're going to be talking about a new perk, a new gobble gum, a katana possibly, killing Takeo. There is so much information that is going to be in this video. However, none of it is confirmed, and you cannot call me out on any of it because basically we do not know. Nobody is going to know and 100% until it's actually released. And even the stuff that has been found as legitimate coding, they could just delete like a day before because they realised that they didn't want it and it was a stupid idea. So there's absolutely no way you can 100% say something is going to happen, but there is a lot of speculation, okay? And this is the speculation and the thoughts of the leaked information for ZETSUBOU no Shima. Before we jump into all of the information, all the leaked information and the coding, I just want to say about release times and dates. Technically, it should be coming out on the 19th, which is a Tuesday, but because it's actually being released PST, which is American time, and I'm GMT, I'm English, so for them it'll be 12 o'clock, which is midnight, which is still technically going to be the 19th, but for us is going to be the 20th. So like last time, for them it was released on a Tuesday for the DLC one, but for us it was actually a Wednesday morning. But again, that could change, it could all be different, but as I said, because of time zones, it depends where you are, with what date it is. So hopefully we'll get it 8 o'clock in the morning on the 19th, but we might get it 8 o'clock in the morning on the 20th, we don't know, but we will be expecting a massive download file somewhere over the next few days, and then we will know, we will be able to taste it. It is so close, and I am so excited. Right guys, so fact number one, it is going to be around Pompeii. It's going to be the island of Pompeii, which isn't the Pompeii island with the massive volcano, it's a different one. But like the first DLC, the Eisendrache, it was, you know, we all knew it was going to be based there, and now we know this one is going to be based here. So I can pretty much say that's 99.9% fact, because there's always room to be wrong. The second thing I want to talk about is Takeo's katana. Okay, now I don't think we're going to see Takeo's katana, just because it's such a big thing. It's such a big thing to happen, and I know with all the wonder weapons and the perks and the gobble gums they're going to bring in, if they do even bring it in now, I don't think we're going to see Takeo's katana, but if we did, it would be absolutely wonderful. Now obviously this whole map and this whole zombies storyline is now surrounded around Takeo, so I can see why there's speculation about the katana, and apparently there's coding and all of that stuff, but we'll wait and see. We will definitely wait and see. So the next thing I want to talk about is the boss, and the boss is going to be a massive spider. Now, as I said, I absolutely despise spiders. I hate them. Oh god, the way they crawl around, and no, I just can't deal with them. But yeah, apparently we're going to have a massive spider boss. But not only are we going to have a massive spider boss, also like the parasites that fly around the Magua in Shadows of Evil, we're going to have little spiders, apparently. Again, apparently, this is not 100%. So apparently we're going to have little spiders around as well, and something to do with the wonder weapon was that if you kill loads of the little spiders, you're going to get one part of the wonder weapon, and then if you kill the actual boss, you're going to get the second part. Anyway, with this boss, you know, we've all read the description where it says we can engulf people, and Jesus Christ, that sounds scary. I don't want to be engulfed. I'm more excited to see the animation than to actually go down by being eaten by a giant spider as a zombies character. But much like the Magua, where they open the mouth and you shoot the big yellow mouth, apparently this zombies boss is gonna have paws in the side of its body, which is pretty gross, but as long as I can kill it, there's a way I can kill it, I'm gonna try and kill it. Now, we also have speculation about the name of the spider boss. Now, apparently it's either going to be called the Warlord or the Thrasher, but again, it could be something completely different. The coding, I'm not a coder, I can't read it, I haven't found it, let's be honest. I will leave a link in the description to all of where the information has come from for this video. Yeah, obviously we've spoken about the paws, it can eat you, you know, it's going to be similar to the Magua, with the paws are going to open like the mouths of the Magua. What we haven't spoken about is actually, apparently, and again, this is just speculation, I'm just going to keep saying it so I don't get copyrighted, but apparently this boss is going to have a jetpack. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that is actually going to happen, but it sounds a little bit OP having a jetpack, but we'll see, we'll all see. But yeah, so moving on yet again. Now, there has been some coding that has been decrypted around EMP Grenades. So we don't know if we're going to see it return, you know, as we did. It was in Black Ops 2. Now, I want to see them return and have them as an option to buy off the wall in this new map. But it could have something to do with Widow's Wine being available in this Zombies map as it was with Die Eisendrache and Shadows of Evil. There's also been some coding about an EMP. Now, this can go one of two ways. Like, well, one of three ways, actually. So, like, the one option, it could just not be in there at all, and that would be lovely, for me, honestly. The other way is, obviously, as we saw with Black Ops 2, I don't know if you played Black Ops 2 Zombies, but I did, and people just used to troll with the EMP grenades. If you EMP the perks, those perks then go offline, and if you've drunk them, they are null and void until it's up and running again. You can EMP the box, you can really troll people with them, so I really don't want to see EMP grenades returning, and hopefully they are not. The third option is it could have something to do with the boss, so much like the Panzer, it might have the ability to stun you, so that it could be something based around that. Now, I'm hoping that it's either the first or the third option. I do not want to see EMP grenades. I really, really don't. Also, stuff that might be being added into this new Zombies map is there's speculation about a pistol called the PI or the P1. Again, we don't know about that. It could just be the code name for the MR6, or it could be, you know, the pistol that's in Shadows of Evil. We do not know. And there has been information about the M1 Grand being added into this zombie map. So we all know that we've had the MX Grand added into multiplayer, and that is a variation of the M1 Grand from World at War. So I don't know if this is going to be in the Zombies map. I mean, it would be pretty silly if we had the futuristic version that is now the MX Grand, but I suppose we have futuristic guns in there anyway. But I'd really like to see it kind of go back to its old sort of look and feel of the M1 Grand that we had in World at War. And then we have coding about Type 100. Now, I said as soon as the trailer was released for Shadows of Evil, way back before we even got Black Ops 3, that started the whole hype and, you know, made us absolutely fall in love with the concept already, we saw a gun called the Bootlegger. Now, I said that that looks exactly like, well, not exactly, but it looks like a variation of the Type 100. So it could be that it's the Bootlegger that is going to be in Pompeii instead of the Type 100, or we could be seeing the Type 100 return. Okay, so now we're moving on to the Venom Haze. Now, this coding was actually found when PC got the Shadows of Evil. So when Black Ops 3 was available for PC and they got Shadows of Evil, they obviously went straight in and decrypted loads of codes, and they went in and they found what they thought was going to be a second wonder weapon for Shadows of Evil called the Venom Haze. But it wasn't apparent. Nobody found it. There was no Easter eggs to do with it. And then obviously there was nothing about it on the Giant. And then when Die Eisendrache came out, there was nothing about it on their Evils. So it could be in this DLC. So our new wonder weapon could be called Venom Haze, or it could be in the 4th DLC. All of this information, some of it could be in the 4th DLC. We do not know, but I'm holding on to the hope that the stuff that I love is going to be in this DLC. It may not actually keep its name of the Venom Haze. If it is going to be in this DLC, a lot of people are saying the wonder weapon is going to be called Nan of Sapwa. So apparently the Nan of Sapwa is something to do with the god of thunder. So, you know, that would be absolutely incredible. We've seen the lightning bow, so we could have obviously the thunder. Also, there's talk about the Nan of Sapwa, instead of being actually a wonder weapon, it's being like, you know, the gravity spikes that we saw, and the sword, and, you know, the annihilator from the Giant. But it could be like that, which means it has to be recharged by killing zombies, but that's still pretty hype. So yeah, moving swiftly on, there is a new perk. Well, there is speculation of a new perk. There wasn't actually a new perk released into Die Eisendrache, which left everybody sort of, you know, oh, where is it? You know, why is it? And they got a new one. And there is a lot of speculation about what this new perk could be. Apparently, that there was some coding that the new perk is going to be called Liquidity, but it could just be a code name. It could be named something completely different. If it is in fact being released in this DLC, it could be released in, you know, DLC 3 or 4, as I keep saying. But basically, Liquidity, I think if it kept its name, now we are on an island that's surrounded by water, it might have something to do with the ability to breathe underwater. This is my own interpretation. A lot of people have said, you know, loads of different things, but I think that they're going to do something to do with breathing underwater, because in multiplayer we have gunfights underwater. Why not put it in zombies? That would be scary. You know, if you're swimming through a small tunnel and loads of zombies come crawling out of little crevices, that would scare me. Like, I like that concept of being stuck in a tunnel underwater, but I'm not sure what would happen if you go down. Speaking of small spaces, this brings me to the new modes of transportation. There's been talk about sewers. I think that was in the actual Charlie Intel information. I left a link in the description on my last video. But I'm not looking forward to sewers unless they can take you from A to B, like the garbage chutes. Now, you know, they were fine. You know, you didn't get trapped in there. You didn't have to do anything special, unless obviously you were doing part of the Easter egg, but that's beside the point. I don't like sewers. I don't enjoy being in a dark, dank area that you can't see anything. It's not fun for me. But the zip lines, however, I'm looking forward to the zip lines. I mean, the way that I'm gonna get, you know, zoomed from A to B, I think that animation, it's got to be insane, and I'm really looking forward to that. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is a new gobble gum. So my friend actually released a video on this and a bit about the Wonder Weapon. I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description. His name is James, otherwise known as Spartan of War, and he's amazing at finding information on zombies, and he's a very good zombies player as well. So shout out to him. Okay, so the new gobble gum is going to be called Oil Spill, and it's going to have apparently the same effects as the Squidlifier or Squicklifier. I can't say it. Moving on, the purple shooty gooey stuff out of Die Rise in Black Ops 2. Now I think this, it could go either one or two ways. I think it could be very OP. I mean, if you activate it, what happens is all the zombies around you just suddenly start sliding away, or I don't know what they're going to do with it. But something that James says in his video is very interesting, and he says oil is flammable, and obviously bullets can, you know, they can start a fire. So I strongly suggest you check out his video where he talks more in depth about it, but that's a very interesting concept that I did not think of. So that brings me to the end of my video. That is all of the leaked information I have so far on ZETSUBOU no Shima. I do hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, and always, for more, subscribe. Peace.